I want us to look at the growth of kiwi. And what is kiwi? Kiwi is a nice fruit that you can sell to the market and gain some money. And now I want us to look at the steps for growing kiwi. Welcome to this channel. To begin with, I want us to look at site selection and the preparation. What do you need to know? You first of all need to know kiwi need full sun, ideally against the south or west facing wall for warmth and protection. Ensure that the site that you will select to plant your kiwi or to grow your kiwi receives a full sun. For the soil, they prefer well drained, slightly acidic soil rich in organic matter. Organic matter improves the soil drainage and the soil fertility of your soil. Therefore, you can use that method to improve the soil drainage and the soil fertility. For support, provide a strong structure for the vines to climb. It is a climbing plant, therefore you have to provide support to the vines, and you can do this by providing either steady wires or archways. To the next part that we need to look at is the spacing. Plant male and female vines 3 to 4.5 meters, 3 to 4.5 meters apart, or you can, it's the same as saying you plant them, the male and the female vines, 10 to 15 feet apart. That is the spacing that you require to observe. For the frost, avoid planting in frost-prone areas as young shoots are vulnerable. Remember, once you plant in areas that are frost-prone, the young shoots will be affected by the frost. To the next part is the planting process. This is what you need to know about that. Plant in spring after the last frost. As I've told you, you should not plant your kiwi when it's during the frost period because of the vulnerability of the shoots. You should plant them during the spring, that is after the last frost. Dig a hole twice the width of the root ball and just as deep. The root ball will guide you to know the depth that you require to dig your hole, and that will be really easy for you. Incorporate plenty of garden compost or well-rooted manure. Remember, we have said that will help you improve your soil drainage and your soil fertility. Water well after planting and mulch around the base. Once you water, of course, the growth of your kiwi will be so perfect, and mulching will help you retain the water level content in your soil, and it will also reduce the level of weeds. To the next part is the watering and feeding. Water regularly, especially during dry spell. When there is no rain, please ensure that you have put methods that will help you to continue watering your kiwi so that they can grow effectively as you wait for the rainy seasons. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. That is why I told you. Ensure your soil has some good drainage, because the good drainage will prevent the waterlogging, and also ensure that you do not overwater, because once you overwater, it will lead to water logging. Mulch in spring with well-rooted manure or compost, that I've already talked about that. Feed weekly with a high potash fertilizer during the growing season. Once you realize it's the growing season, please ensure you use a high potash fertilizer to ensure that the kiwi get the nutrients that they require as they will be growing. To the pollination, kiwi require both the male and female plants for fruit production. Therefore, ensure you do not plant only female kiwi fruits expecting to get the kiwis from the female plant, because it's the one that produces fruits. Remember, it will also require a male plant that will help pollination process that leads to the development of the kiwis. One male vine can pollinate 5 to 7 female vines. It means in each and every 5 to 7 vines, you have to plant one male vine that will help the 5 or the 7 vines pollinate. Bees and weeds are natural pollinators. They help in pollination of the vines, but in other cases, you also need to do hand pollination. To the pruning and training, this is what you need to know. Prune after planting to encourage growth and fruit production. Once you prune, you will be able to increase the production that you were to get. Prune regularly throughout the growing season to control growth and improve air circulation. Pruning also helps in the movement of air circulation. Remember, kiwi require air circulation, or it is a key aspect that is required for them to be produced effectively. And then you train the vines to desired structure. make sure you train them so that they can get into a structure that you as a farmer require. To the pest and diseases control, this is what you need to know. Be aware of potential issues like root rot. Root rot is mainly contributed by poor soil drainage. Therefore, that is why I told you, please make sure that you have well drained soil to prevent issues like root rot. Or another thing you should be aware of is the honey fungus, which is contributed by not pruning. Therefore, ensure you prune adequately. Protect from cuts, which may damage the roots and the stem. Cuts really eat the stems and the roots of the kiwi vine. Therefore, ensure, please, you are observant to make sure that there are no cuts in your farm. Consider using a fungicide if necessary. If you notice that you are having some fungal issues with your kiwi fruit, please ensure that you use fungicides to get rid of that. To the harvesting process, this is what you need to know. Harvest from August to September. That is the most appropriate period for you to harvest. Ensure you are harvesting between those months. That is August and September. Those are 2 months allowance for you to harvest as a farmer. Fruit will be ready when they are slightly soft and have sweet taste. Once you realize they're slightly soft, you can also maybe harvest one and take a taste. If you realize the taste is really sweet, that is now when you will know that the fruits are ready for harvest. And fruits can be stored in a refrigerator for several weeks. Those looking for words to store after they harvest, please make sure that you store your kiwi fruits in your fridge or in the refrigerator so that you can preserve them when they are still fresh and for a long time. That is quite an easy fruit for any farmer that is willing to try farming. You can consider farming either for family use or for commercial use, and both of them have their own benefits. And I believe at the end of the day, you will really enjoy as a farmer. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, hit that notification bell so that each and every time I'll be uploading, you will be notified. Till the next one, bye bye.